Wounded Ninja entry. What's happening, guys? Yo, so sorry I've missed you for a little while. We've been gone for a little bit. I've had a myriad of injuries, but I've decided not to let it hold me down anymore. So we're back with How to Be More Ninja episode 8. Alright, so episode 8 is going to be special, right? So it's going to be the first part of a 3-part series talking about a topic that is very, very prominent with me right now, and that is NINJURY, or injury to mortals. So part 1, which we're going to be going on through today, is going to be prevention of injuries. Part 2 is going to be recovery from injuries, and part 3 will be training while you're injured. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Part 1, prevention of injury. Now, most injuries are preventable. Not all of them. You've got a small portion of injuries that are just freak accidents. You can avoid them by not doing silly things, but they're never truly preventable. And you've also got some unavoidable injuries that you just can't prevent at all. You can't foresee them. They're just freak accidents. Like my knee, it's the bad landing. Could have never seen it coming. Unfortunate, but you've got to live with those. So there's not really much you can do with them. But a lot of injuries can be prevented. Most ninja training, most of the injuries that you see are people complaining of shoulder injuries, elbow injuries. These are from strain. When you're doing ninja training, yeah, a lot of the time you're hanging your whole body weight on your hands. It puts a lot of strain on your joints. So there are some things you can do to prepare your body that you can take those injuries, and I think it's very important that you do these to keep yourself training as long as you can to the best of your ability. So first thing I'm going to say is warm up. Properly warm up before you train or compete or anything. Before you do anything, I've got a really bad habit of just jumping on and doing obstacles. Like being in the gym all day, it's really easy to just jump up and do things. People ask me to explain stuff, demonstrate how to do things for them. I just jump up and do it. That does absolute nightmares for my joints. It's very important that you stay warm. It gets gets blood pumping into your muscles, gets them ready for action. You can perform at the best of your potential, and you're less likely to be injured, right? When you're warm, you've got blood pumping around your muscles. It's like a wet rag, like a rag. If it's wet, full of water, it's harder to rip, but if it's dry, it comes apart like paper. Your muscles are just the same. When there's more blood in them, they're much stronger, less likely to tear. And also, the more blood in there, more oxygen you get into the muscles, better they're going to perform. Right, so before you train, do a warm up, get your heart rate up. Get yourself moving, get yourself mobilized, get your joints loose. I won't get too much into the physiology of it. We're just going for just listen to what I say, just get warm before you train. Okay? Next thing to do is stretching. Okay? So another thing, try and get as part of your warm up, you want to stretch. So it loosens off your muscles, gets them performing quicker and gets them more responsive. Alright? So you're going to perform better. So there's a lot of stretching you can do. I will do a dedicated stretching video, but there's loads of stretching you can do. Stuff like this. Get your joints ready, get your muscles loose, ready to go. You can I'd say spend at least 5 minutes stretching before you get into any training. Okay, so that's warming up, stretching. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on strengthening tendons, muscles, ready to work. And something like this is brilliant, right? So exercises with elastics are fantastic for preparing your muscles to work and also strengthening the sinews and tendons, alright? A lot of people think that the only way to strengthen is to get big heavy weights and lift loads of weights. They think, nah, I don't want to get massive. There's no need to do that. It's not just that. It's not just about getting massive and having big muscles. It's about protecting your joints, alright? So all the tendons and the ligaments work together to hold your bones together and your muscles onto the bones. They're actually quite delicate. You need to work to keep them strong, alright? So doing work with the elastics, working on your rotation of the joints, articulation of different joints. You should do that at least 2 to 3 times a week, if not every day before you train. Also load bearing on your muscles, so before you jump up and do some mad obstacles, do some press ups. 10 press ups will do. Do a few pull ups, 5 pull ups, hang on the bar. Let your joints get ready to do all the work. It's some really high impact hard stuff that we do. You need to get your joints prepared for them. Very, 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 very important. Everyone needs to do that. Okay, the next part, the foam roller, all right? This thing is wonders. If you remember my very first video, I talked about how important this was. Everyone should have one of these by now. If you don't, go out and get one now. They cost like 6 or 7 quid, if that. I think I got this one for 4 quid. But get one. Roll all your joints. So you know how I was saying you want your muscles to be supple and limber? This is what it's for. That's what it does. Roll all your muscles. Get them all loose. There's loads of videos you can find online for best ways to use and ways to roll. I won't bother explaining, but you can find, these are actually brilliant. Same thing after you train. Everyone that's done any sport knows something called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. It's that pain after you've done a good session. If you haven't trained for a while, or you've had a particularly hard session, you wake up the next day and you're in agony. You can't sit on the toilet because it hurts too much. You can't scratch your back because your muscles are all sore. That's because you've built up a load of lactic acid in your muscles, and that's like saturating your muscles and it's causing you pain. Also, when you work hard, you break down muscle fibers. You need to get all that crap out of your muscles after you've trained, so make sure you do a good cool down, good roll, and have a good stretch. It's the best way to get you recovered, ready for have another good session, and you get the most gains from your session that you've just had. Alright? Good. Alright, that'll do for today. Alright, if you have any more questions about injury prevention or anything at all, just shoot me a message, drop us a comment. Obviously I could go into a lot more detail, but that's just the basic top level of it. You need to stretch, you need to warm up, you need to stretch, you need to do elastics and prepare your joints, you need to cool down, you need to roll, you need to stretch again, and then you'll be in great condition, you'll be performing better, and you'll be recovering quickly. Okay, that'll do for me today. Tune in for episode 9, which will be on recovering from injuries, all right? Take it easy, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back, so next video will be very soon. Keep it ninja, stay cool, see you soon. Bye-bye.